All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the Tuesday night Principal Chiro broadcast from DE and Banna Brothers. I'm your MC for tonight, Dr. Brian Moriarty. Honored to be with you all on a beautiful Tuesday night. And guys, I got to tell you, we got a big golf tournament coming to the Atlanta area in just 3 weeks. The Chiro Cup is upon us, guys. There it is. Oh, perfect. I'll just go over here. The Chiro Cup is here. Oh, there we go. Covered me fully. Ackworth, Georgia, Thursday, October 21st. That is 23 days away. We will be having the fourth annual Chiro Cup. I've been there for all three, so I'll be there for the fourth one. I'm 4 for 4. So I'm hoping you guys will be there too. Look at that. You see that golf ball right there? It says Dynamic Essentials on it. So DE has decided to step up in a big way and sponsor golf balls for the Chiro Cup, which is awesome of them. But this event, guys, is a ton of fun. It's only $150 a player. Includes golf, drinks, beverage cart, sponsored by Dr. Brad Pisa, our speaker here. So thank you, Brad, for that. So take a picture next to the beverage cart and tell Brad thanks. And then a huge buffet lunch. There's prizes. It is one of the most fun times you will have ever. Okay. Me, Judson, Martinez, Lieberman, we always have our usual team. I know Tim Warner's coming in. He's told me there's a lot of people coming in, but guys, you're coming in for DE already, okay? So come in Thursday morning or Wednesday night or whenever, and let's do this Chiro Cup and support the GCC. Cat's working real hard on this event. Lieberman's all over it. And we want to see you there, guys. It's a great, great fun time. And this year, it's perfect because last year was like the week before. So I flew in for the Chiro Cup, flew home, then flew back for DE. This year, one flight. Just fly right in. Chiro Cup, DE. What a weekend this is going to be. So get registered, guys. Go to the GCC website and get registered for the Chiro Cup. We need that done. And speaking of Dynamic Essentials, guys, can you believe it? We are 23 days away from Dynamic Essentials, too. Let's get that promo up there for DE. There it is. October 21st to the 24th in Atlanta is our next DE. In the same place, Northwest Marriott in Marietta there. Then we're back-to-back Sarasota in January and April, and then back to Atlanta in August. Guys, we're 23 days away. I hope you're getting excited. The room block deadline is October 1st. Today is September 27th, I believe. October 1st, I believe, is Friday. So if you want the room block with the great discount and all the meals and everything, you got till Friday. I don't know what you're waiting for. If you have not gotten a room yet, I've got like 3 rooms, okay? I've got me coming. I got my wife. I got my kids. I got my associate. I got everybody coming. Guys, it's time to get there. Okay, this is going to be a really special D. You know, I'm fired up. I'm getting my badge on. I'm so excited. I got my badge on. We're ready to rock here. You know what? I'm so excited. I'm putting 2 badges on. All right, here comes the second badge. This is how excited I am for D. I'm going double badge for the Principal Chiro broadcast tonight. But we got to get this thing going, guys. So if you have not registered, get your flights. Still very, very reasonable flights out there. Get your hotel booked. Get your conference booked. Do not want to miss this special October DE. So we hope to see you there at the Chiro Cup and at DE. Now, on to our Tuesday night call here. We got a legend in chiropractic, and I hope that Brad's not offended, and that means that like he's old or anything, because he's a legend. 38 years in the chiropractic profession, a graduate of Life University. It was probably Life College back then. And Dr. Brad Pizza is a rock star, a fellow of the ICA, longtime Georgia rep, very active in the GCC, and one heck of a guy, and a really special moment at our last DE. If you stayed around for Sunday, I hope you did, because Brad's daughter, Vanessa, was on our Sunday program. And Dean Satilli actually gave me this idea, and he said, why don't you have Brad introduce Vanessa? And Brad came down, took over my MC role for one speaker, and just absolutely killed it, and had me in tears, had a lot of people in tears, as he just killed it introducing his daughter Vanessa. It was a really beautiful moment at DE. So thank you for that, Brad. Thank you for your 38 years of service. And I'm sure the people of Hapeville, Georgia, right next to the Atlanta airport there. So if you guys got a referral, if you've got an Uber driver that picks you up from the Atlanta airport and you're looking to send them somewhere, Hapeville, Georgia is a mile from the Atlanta airport. Send those guys to this legend, and I'm very excited to hear from our speaker tonight. So give it up from Hapeville, Georgia, Dr. Brad Pizza. Pizza, pizza. Take it away, bro.
Hey, Brian, thank you for that great introduction. It was a proud moment to introduce my daughter at DE, and I thank you for that. Greetings from Atlanta. Yeah, we're right by the airport, so you might hear a plane or two fly over. And it's been my honor and privilege to be part of DE for the last 38 years. I've been to DE ever since I was a student, and we have a very strong trying to think about what I might want to talk with us this evening. And I was kind of rummaging through some of the things on my desk. And I can't believe it's been 38 years. It feels like it's just overnight. And we've touched a lot of people's lives, and a lot of people have touched our lives. But the one thing that resonates with me is that Dr. Williams has always led us down the right path, no matter what's going on in chiropractic. And as I was just trying to think about what I wanted to speak with tonight, a brochure came to the desk. And it's a brochure that I spoke at DE in 2002. And it was my very first speaking at DE, and it was kind of a big moment for me. And it really kind of hit home today how long this thing's been going and how many people that we've touched lives with. So a lot of thoughts came to me when I was looking at this brochure today. And the things that I learned at DE that have built my practice over the years are the same principles that Dr. Williams and a lot of the people at that one DE spoke about. We had Dick Santo, we had Tom Pastersky, we had John Hoffman, Ian Grossum. So to me, these were the people that shaped my chiropractic career, that shaped how I thought of chiropractic. And many of you have heard me speak before on different topics, but the things that I learned at DE was, to me, that time was the renaissance of chiropractic, and we didn't even know it. The thing that really got to me tonight when I was thinking about our evening was the things that Dr. Williams taught us years ago. I still use in my practice every single day. He talked about all kinds of stories and motivated us and kept us on the edge of our seats throughout the DE moment. And I used to call it the renaissance of chiropractic. And the renaissance means a rebirth or an enlightened time. And to me, that's really what DE was all my years. And the thing that really impressed me the most with Dr. Williams over the years was how he never, never, never gave up. I've been all over the world with Dr. Sid and Dr. Nell and many of the DE brothers and sisters. And the camaraderie that we have and that we've always had is bar none. And the thing that I always think about and I treasure are the people and the moments and the memories. So with those thoughts, I want to go over some of the notes. And these notes are from 20 years ago when I was sitting at that DE meeting at the Renaissance. And I just happened to browse through them tonight. I was just kind of looking at them. And it reminded me of how many things and principles that Dr. Williams taught us, I still use every single day in my practice. You know, people say, well, where did you learn this? Or how did you learn that? The only place I've ever been was DE. And those are the people that taught me the things that helped me and my family succeed in chiropractic, and hopefully in your families also. The one thing that I always remember about Dr. Sid was he said he had the "you're better" principle. And the "you're better" principle to me was the biggest thing that built our practice. When a patient would come into our office, no matter how bad things were, whatever negative things they gave us, we always would look them in the eye and we'd say, "Mary, you're better." And that gave a patient hope. And it wasn't a false hope, it wasn't something just made up. It was that inspiration that when you look at a patient and you hold their hand and you shake their hand and you look them in the eye and you say, "Mary, you're better." And in my heart, you're always better with chiropractic, no matter what the condition might be or no matter what may be happening in that patient's life. You at that moment have the ability to give that patient hope. And that's something that Dr. Williams taught us over and over and over. And the "you're better" principle has inspired so many people to actually be better and get well. And then you throw the adjustment in there, you got a winning combination. So when we give that patient hope, the medical profession always we can do on our chiropractic patients every day. The other thing that Dr. Williams talked about in my little notes that I had tonight was shaking hands. You know, in this time where we have social media and there's not a whole lot of contact, when you put your hands on people and you shake hands with that person, Dr. Sid always taught us you shake hands and you look them in the eye because the eye is the portal to their soul. And when you look to a patient, they're looking for you for guidance. They're looking for you to help them through whatever they may be dealing with. So when you shake a patient's hand, Dr. Sid used to ask us to practice shaking hands. And I can't tell you how many times I shake hands with people, and it's like a dead fish. It's like a dead handshake. And I always tell people, shake hands like it's the last time you're ever going to see this patient, because it might be. So the good thing that I always dealt with was you look them in the eye, you shake their hands, and you say, "Mary, you're better. You're better with chiropractic than you are without it." And that one thing alone literally built most of our practice to where we are today. And the other thing that Dr. Williams always did, and I always thought was a magnificent thing, was he would say to the patient or say to someone, "How can I help you?" And the way he said that just resonated with me. And when he said, wherever we went, Dr. Sid would say, "Hi, my name's Dr. Sid. How can I help you?" And he really meant it. He felt very genuine about being able to connect with people. And I admired that over the years, and I've learned from that over the years. And I had the ability the honor, actually, of being with him through a lot of our political battles here in Georgia. And in the early days, it was amazing how we we got through the Capitol on many nights. But he would go through the Capitol, and we would literally shake hands with the governor, shake hands with senators, and all these other people that were there. And he commanded the audience, and he always used to say to them, "How can I help you?" So to this day, I use that in our office wherever we go. I never forget walking up the Capitol steps one day, and there was a beggar out in front of the streets of Atlanta. There's quite a few homeless people sometimes, and Doc pulled out a dollar bill out of his pocket, and he gave it to this guy when everyone else walked right by this guy, and I was touched by that, and I never forgot his kindness and his genuine caring for people. And that's what he created with DE. And in 1960s, when Atlanta was in the verge of the civil rights movement, he was right there. He was right in the mix of all of the thing. And I've heard him say to many, 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 many people, "How can I help you?" And he meant it. And that's what I think a lot of our patients are looking for, is someone that can help them realize that they're not alone, help them realize that we have a gift in our hands, that when we adjust our patients, we are giving them the most help that they could possibly ever get anywhere. And another thing that I always liked that he always used to say was speaking with authority. When you speak with authority, what I think he meant by that was not in a boastful way and not in a bravado or angry or authority where people are you're looking down at people. He said, you speak with authority so that when people hear you say what you want to say, the DE message or the chiropractic message, that they can believe in it, that they can hang their hat on something that you're saying with these people. So when you speak with authority, it's you speaking from knowledge. And that knowledge is when we say to our patients, we have found the cause of your problem and we can help you. It's in your spine. That authority is not boastful. That authority is true. And that authority is what makes you become the doctor, like Dr. Barge used to say to us all the time. And it always helped me to realize that when I talk to a patient, giving them hope and knowledge, because when you x-ray them and you adjust them, they know that you are the doctor. And it's very, very important that that patient has that ability to anchor to an anchored mind that Dr. Sid used to talk about. Who can anchor to an unanchored mind? So that anchor, that thinking and speaking with authority, it was awesome. And that's the thing that I do, and I still do every day in my practice. And the things that Dr. Williams taught us have never, ever, ever, have never wavered from those principles. And the other thing that I always thought about was when you speak with compassion and you speak from your heart to a patient, they can feel it. And that's the thing that I think is missing a little bit now in our profession. People are not going to meetings together. They're not greeting and staying with each other. So the whole social media thing has taken away that personal touch. And I think people need that right now. They need it more than ever, especially with all the social distancing and the things that are happening. I implore you, I beg you, get with your patients, hug those people. We have truck drivers that drive through Atlanta. They're big bears. There's big guys. We hug everybody. I mean, patients really appreciate when you really take out the time and put your heart to those people. And the other thing that I wanted to mention today was that Dr. Sid always used to say, we accept all cases. He also forgot to tell us one other thing, though. You don't have to keep them all. If you have a patient in your office that's sucking the blood out of you, and that patient just isn't jihad to what you're doing and you're saying, you need to let that person go. And it's okay, because you have to be ready for the next 100 people that come through your door that day. So always remember, accepting all cases doesn't always mean keeping them all. But when he said to us, accept all cases, he meant cases that are difficult, cases where they have insurance or they don't have insurance, or they were in a car accident or a work injury, or something that you may be afraid to take on your practice. We have so many patients that come to us that have literally been thrown out of the doctor's offices, the medical doctors. They've been left and they're broke, they're thrown away, and they come to our office and we take them in and we say, Mary, we can help you. And you be genuine and you be honest and you take care of that patient to the best of your ability, no matter what. There's always a place in our office for everyone. So we always ask Dr. Sid about accepting all cases, and he spoke about that for at least 2 hours. So I hope you all went to the restroom before he started talking about that. And he always used to say to us that persistence is omnipotent. And I love that concept. And in my office, I always have a couple of things that remind me of Dr. Williams. This is a bobblehead of Larry Bird. And he used to talk about Larry Bird, and I would be at the edge of my seat listening to his stories. And that inspired me to go on. And even as a student, while I was struggling to get through the school, our classes, I would remember the stories that he would tell us about Larry Bird and about all the things that he persisted and perceived and kept going and working in the gym months and years and just becoming the great player that he was. So in my office, I have this little bobblehead. I don't even remember who gave it to me, but I always think of Dr. Williams and the story about Larry Bird, because he always said that persistence was omnipotent. And I never forgot that. And there were many days when I look back and I say, God, I don't know if we can get through this, or how are we going to get through this dilemma or whatever it is. And I think about those words. Dr. Williams, I kind of hear him in my ear whenever I need a little inspiration, I can remember and looking up the things that he taught us over these years. And the other thing that inspired me many, many years was his story about Rocky Balboa, the fighter in the streets of Philadelphia. And I always used to remember the way he used to say his face was blooded and his nose was broke and his eyes were belted. And he always used to say, give it one more time. I ain't going down no more. And I can't tell you how many times that echoed in the back of my mind when we had some difficult days. And we're going to have difficult days. Chiropractic, this isn't for sissies. Chiropractic is for warriors. Chiropractic is going to be here, and we're going to stand strong, and we're going to perceive and persist no matter what. Because when Rocky went down, he said, I ain't going down no more. And that's when you suck up your guts and you wind up talking to your friends, your DE brothers and sisters, and you make the thing yours and you become the DE people that we always were and we became and we still are. And I want to extend a great thank you to Brian and Lieberman and Brian Moriarty and Judson and all the DE people, Dr. Umber, that have kept on and persisted even after Dr. Williams passed, because we need chiropractic DE now more than we ever have. And I believe in my heart that the people who are running our DE programs for us right now have the most heart in this profession anywhere in the world. So no matter whether you're in politics or whether you're just in your office alone, reach out. The DE people are been there for us forever. They hopefully will stay as close as we can be with these guys. And it's always been my honor and privilege to be part of the DE group. And Dr. Sid always used to think about it all in the same ball of wax. Life University, the DE movement, the GCC, Georgia Council of Chiropractic. To him, it was all one big family. And I'll never forget, he used to say, well, money comes from here. We will pay there. We'll do this. We'll do that. And in his mind, it was all the same. It was one family staying close. And I believe that that's what kept the DE movement alive today. And I want to, again, extend a great thank you to all of you guys and girls that keep this thing going. And I know it's a lot of hard work behind the scenes. And it's never, ever easy to be out in front, because it's the first ones that get shot at. It's the first ones that get reprimanded. It's the first people that wind up in trouble. But you know what? The view from behind is a lot worse. So I always encourage you all to be leaders. Take no prisoners, shoot the wounded, and eat the dead. And Dr. Sid used to laugh when he said that. And man, he wasn't kidding. He would take that sword and he would stir the blood. I mean, I've seen him in meetings where the opposite team was like just shaking in their boots. And I was so proud to be part of that with him. And I'm still so proud to be part of the DE movement and proud of life and all the chiropractic people that we've come over the years to love. So with those thoughts in mind, I think we've kind of talked a good bit tonight about DE. And after being in practice for 38 years, I still got another 20 years to go, Brian. So don't you worry about introducing me as a legend. The things that have come across my desk, and I was just looking at a case the other day about one of our patients that was diagnosed with MS. And Scott Rosa, who's doing some great, tremendous work with the upper cervical group, wrote a book, or he's part of a book that was written. And I was so proud to know that chiropractic is on the forefront of research. And it's amazing. It's been a blessing. The proudest moment in my life was the day that my daughter the proudest day of my life was when my daughter gave me an adjustment. And I will never forget that day. And I really, I hope Dr. Vanessa's listening, because she's one of my inspirations too. But I'm going to leave you all with that thought. I look forward to seeing you all at DE soon. I'll probably be at the golf outing. And I got something else that fell off my desk. It said, this is from the Sinel postcard that we used to give out all the time from 1962. And I just want to let you all know that this is an important message, and I want you all to keep smiling. So thank you, Dr. Williams, Dr. Nell. I know you can hear us, and I know you watch down over us. And I love everybody, and I want you all to stay strong and stay together. Thank you all. Look forward to seeing you at DE. Greetings from Atlanta.
I'll mute myself. Sorry. All right, I was muted. Dr. Brad, that was an awesome talk, buddy. Man, you had me choked up there by the end. That was really a beautiful, beautiful talk. You know, great hearing the memories of Dr. Sid that, you know, a lot of us haven't been to DE, you know, forever and don't know, you know, all these truths from Dr. Sid. And it was so great to hear you share them again. And we are chiropractic warriors. And it's so beautiful, your relationship with your daughter, Vanessa. And you had me choked up. I know you were choked up, but you had me choked up just talking about it, just like on that Sunday at DE. So thank you, my brother. And cheers to 28 more years. That'll give you 66 before you kick this chiropractic profession down the road, huh?
Great, Brian. Appreciate the opportunity, and stay well, and look forward to seeing you guys real soon.
Sounds good. And I love that picture of you and Dr. Sid over your left shoulder there. That's a beautiful picture.
Absolutely.
So thanks, Dr. Brad Pizza, and thank you all for being on the Tuesday night call. Get registered for the Chiro Cup. Get registered for DE. The time is upon us, guys. Have a blessed Tuesday night, and we'll see you next Tuesday night with the Tuesday Night Principal Chiro broadcast from DE and Band of Brothers. Have a great night, guys.